Alright, we're live at Cooking with Carter, and we're going to do some steak and chicken subs today. Real quick prep work. What I've done is taken 3 bags of rotisserie chicken you can get your local grocer, and also the Steakums steak fillets, and broken those up. I only use 2 seasonings on these. It's pretty simple. Just a little bit of seasonal there. Same thing with the chicken. Now I used more in this bowl, and I'll show you why in just a second. Okay, to do this, the bigger bowl is easier to toss the food around to mix it up. In the smaller bowl, it's harder to do. So usually what I do is dump that straight in and go from there. But with the steak, what I'm going to do, and attempt not to make a total ass of myself, like that, is just to lightly toss this around so that it gets mixed in and all your seasonings are there. And luckily I only dropped a couple pieces which didn't hit the floor, so they're going back in the bowl. Alright, so you heat your skillet to 350. You dump that in. Yeah, you dump that in and most of it sticks. One key thing about the Steakums, guys, make sure when the steak is done, drain it. Because the grease can and will make you sick. A lot of grease on a tummy is not a good thing. Let's set the bowl to the side. Now, one quick tip here. I don't add my chicken in with my steak because I want this to cook all the way through first. If this doesn't cook all the way through, it's not going to taste too good. Plain and simple. Cook your steak all the way through, and you really want to toss this frequently. And one of the problems that one of my viewers pointed out to me is this little right corner or left corner over here. Make sure that you go up and under and toss the other way, the opposite way of your corner, so that you can see what part of the steak is actually getting done. Again, Mac's doing the camera work today. That's why we're getting the overhead angle. Because God knows my crippled rear end couldn't do it. Yeah, I said
or
crippled.
Speak for that matter.
Hope that didn't offend anybody, but I said it and I am. It's just a way of life, folks. Don't you ever call me it or I will find you.
And take you out for a nice dinner.
On Cooking with Carter.
On Cooking with Carter Extras. Behind the scenes.
This normally takes about 6 to 8 minutes for the steak. I got an email yesterday. Channel subscriber asked me what kind of cameras do we use because he noticed a yellow tinge. 2 things. The camera that I'm using right now is a Nikon Coolpix. It basically is a good camera. The problem is that I have yellow light bulbs, and
it's all the lighting, and it's all it is the lighting in here.
If you think I'm going to get up there and change them, well, keep praying, because only way I can get up that high is if I have a person on each side of me strapping me to a ladder. So,
or forklift.
I mean, yeah, well, I don't want it to break down, but now here's where you notice that it's going to start cooking well, because it's going to get almost it's going to look liquidy almost. This is not going to be as greasy as I thought so far. I did take this out of the freezer and let it thaw a little bit before I just broke it up and put it in the skillet. Also, cooking it at a lower temperature doesn't, the moisture doesn't rise as fast. Max was just pointing out, with this skillet, let's see, there's where the grease is right there, so now you're starting to see where with this skillet, the grease actually is able to run down to the other end of the, we've got a grease flap right in here, but with the type of skillet that I have, I still drain this. So when we come back, I'm going to show you the steak here fully cooked, and then we'll do the chicken, and we'll finish this up. Alright, we're back. I'm going to go ahead and take out the steak now. It's basically been drained, and most of the grease is gone. You want a little bit of residual in there, and I'm just using the metal spatula that I always use for everything. Most griddles like this, or skillets, say don't use a metal spatula because you'll scar up your grill, blah, whatever. I mean, it's, as long as you're careful, and you don't, gouge into it like you're, cutting your ex's heart out, you'll be fine. I don't know why I just said that on camera. Wasn't really any meaning to it, I don't think.
It's a new month, new video, new attitude.
That's right. April changes to April, so that's where we go.
April? I knew it was going in April.
Yeah. Okay, get the last little bit out of here. And amazingly, my coordination wants to work today. Alright, now what we're going to do is move the steak. I'm going to grab the bowl with the chicken in it, not drop it on myself. And that bowl's pretty much empty. Now, remember I said earlier that I couldn't flip the chicken around? This is why I add the chicken second, because the steak was already seasoned and shaken and moved around. So now I do the same thing with the chicken. Now basically, the chicken is already pretty much done. I mean, you want to leave it in 5 to 6 minutes, get it warm, and cook through pretty well. There's a couple of ways to finish this. One real quick way is, a lot of people say, well, I like, cheese on my steak. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and toast your bread. You can add the cheese in with your skillet, but add it in small amounts. Because I will tell you, if you add it in clumps, your skillet is going to hate you, and you will pay for it in the end, because it will stick no matter how much you wash it and spray it down. Cheese has a tendency to burn within the first minute to a minute and a half that it's in the skillet, because it's not a compacted food. Now you'll notice that the chicken will actually start to darken up, and you can already see some of it starting to get, and there's that corner again that I was telling you about. Just come in and flip to the left. Come in and flip to the left. When you get close to the right, come in, straight that around, straight that around. When you get close to the right, do the same thing. Come in, flip to the right. When we come back, I'm going to finish these up, show you how it's done, plain and simple. Alright, we're back, and the chicken is done. Here's some of the brown that I was telling you about. it doesn't turn like the, you know, a dark brown like, you know, Yogi Bear type brown, but
Not that type of brown?
yeah, you know, that's a little darker. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and take this out. Nice heaping spatula full of chicken. Now the good thing about this is this actually rewarms the steak. The steak is already warm because that just came out a couple of minutes ago. Okay, but this re-adds that heat back to it, and that's one of the reasons that I do my steak first and my chicken second. Quick comment for you guys. To all my subscribers and people who view my YouTube channel, if any of you have any questions on how I cook or how I came to cook, feel free to email me or leave comments in my inbox. Leave me a comment or question on my channel. If there's a dish that you'd like to see me do, hit me up with it. I can't guarantee that I'll do it, but I will try to put it in the next season of shows. One of the things I want to do is some more complicated dishes. I had said in a couple of other videos that I wanted to do more, you know, more than one or two step dishes, and some of this starts to change some of that. So you'll see some pies and cakes coming up, some desserts. Tomorrow I'm going to attempt to do some breakfast food and see where we go with that. So this is Cooking with Carter, and if you can't be good, be bad, but be good at it. Look forward to seeing you guys next week with maybe ham and eggs and sausage and bacon or some sort of pig assorted meat. So have a good one.